Check, check, 1, 2. Okay. Let me see if this is working. Seems like it. Just double checking my stuff here. Pretty fly for. Oh, that's what's happening. Give me 1 sec. There we go. All right, 5 likes before the stream even starts. That's pretty good. No, of course it's good. It's better than usual. What's going on, guys? Okay. Sorry, I am very sleepy today, but there we go. We're back. Got some frames. Got my kitty cat. What's going on, everybody? We're back for the last episode before I start working full time again. So this is going to be the last regular stream for the next little while anyways. I'm hoping to try and stream again on Wednesday or Tuesday, but we'll see how it goes. I have kind of a busy weekend and Monday ahead of me, so we'll see what happens. But okay. So yesterday we started working on our fancy news prismarine farm here. Ooh, so the plan right now is to kind of keep going with that. There are a couple of things that I want to, starting with the light gold baked in. I know, right? Yeah, I don't know why it's showing all your guys' @ handles, but it's not showing your actual YouTube like names. It's weird. So I unfortunately don't know who everybody is right now, which is kind of strange, but I honestly don't know why it's doing that, but we're just gonna run with it. Yeah, I don't know why it's showing everyone's ats. That's really strange. Whatever. As long as you guys are here, right? So yeah. Schedule change starts this Monday because I will be back at work. So let me get started with that. Now, we got kind of a decent list of things we need to do today in order to get this done. So I'm just going to start flying through it right now, and hopefully you guys kind of bear with me. First things first is we need a bunch of glass, and I wanted to check and see how much cyan I have, or I'm able to make, I guess. To make cyan, you need green dye, and you need blue dye. And unfortunately, I don't have any green because I don't have a lot of cactus, so I'm gonna assume I don't have a lot of cyan, so we're gonna have to make the glass, the clear glass, I think is like the best practical way. I wanted to make it colored glass, and maybe I'll go back and like fix that later. But for right now, I think our best bet, now that I'm like kind of talking it out, is probably grabbing just plain old clear glass for this. Just checking to see, maybe I can dump some stuff off. Here, we had our beacon here. There we go. Beacon speedrun right now, let's go. But, yeah, no, it looks like we already crushed the like goal, so thanks, guys. We're already up to 6 likes on the stream, which is, I think, a record for this early, if I'm being honest. That's not right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. There, so that sets that up. We're gonna need to grab... I was kind of hoping we could grab a shulker, but I don't know if we're gonna have the inventory room for it, but we'll see. Don't need that. That. Oh, I need campfires for... Do I still have trees in there? I think I do. We need campfires for the kill chamber, for sure. There we go. So, I'm gonna kind of throw together a shulker with like all the stuff we're gonna need for it. And then what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to run to the desert real quick and grab a bunch of sand so that we can run back here and make glass. Yeah, that should be more than enough. So I'm just trying to see if maybe there's a shortcut solution to this, but it doesn't look like there's gonna be. There we go. Definitely take this with us. Ideally, I can get one more shulker. Oh, jeez. Sorry if I'm a little low energy. I didn't get the greatest sleep. Well, that's not even true. I got fine sleep. I don't know. I just woke up extremely tired today. But I will do my best to kind of perk myself up a little bit and go on this arduous journey with you guys. So let me get this and try to brother the one. There it is. Okay, so we need sticks to make campfires. So we need at least 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really, that's not enough. Oh, because I don't have enough sticks. There, we need lots of soul sand. Let's see, what else do we have? I didn't want to have to use all my soul sand, but it looks like I might not have a choice. I'm just trying to think of how much I need. 4x4 is 12. 12 times 4 is 48, so that should be enough. So here, we'll toss that in. And then we have all the prismarine we're ever going to need. I do need to repair Silk Boy before we go, because I'm going to forget about that, and that's going to be bad. And just trying to see like what I can drop off. I guess we technically don't need the sponge anymore. And then my shovel can be repaired. And my pickaxe and stuff can be repaired. And Jeeves, oh no, Jeeves! Just right off the cuff. Here we go, buddy. We got you. Gotta have you moving around. Yeah, we'll take one of these with us too, I think. Maybe 2. Because we definitely need prismarine lanterns, if possible. Just for the top of it, so that nothing spawns up there. Let me grab as many of these as I can find. I just can't believe how full everything is. When I took down my ocean monument in my single player file, I feel like it wasn't that, like, I didn't have that much stuff in it, but... Okay. Let me double check this. Yeah, no, we're doing good. Thought I had more rockets, but apparently not. Actually, we do need glass panes. So here, let me do this. I don't know why that happens. There we go. So we've got our rockets all situated now. So now we can throw all this in here. There, that should be good. Got all our prismarine blocks. We got some room for sand. So let's go up here quickly and just repair some of our stuff. Yeah, no, something doesn't look right. I have a feeling. Oh, there's a phantom too. No, that's fine. It kind of looked like a phantom falling to the ground for a second there. Oh. Obviously, I don't want to lose my Silk Touch pickaxe, so we're going to try our best here. There we go. I feel like it's a little slow today, honestly. Kind of feels like there's usually more stuff. Oh, almost there. I didn't realize my durability was down that low. The only thing that kind of sucks with everything having mending is, like, when you kill stuff, it has to repair all your gear first before you get back any actual XP. The funny thing too is, like, this is probably restocking like all the gunpowder I've used since the start of the build. Just this little like 5-minute little killing spree here. Sure. I'm not gonna repair the netherite hoe completely, but I'll kill a few things just to kind of ensure its longevity. There we go. Now it's cooking. I don't know why it was taking so long. There. That's fine. Okay. I think we're in pretty good shape now. I'm breaking 3 copper helmet, huh? There we go. So let's head back to the nether. Kind of looks like a Pokeball. Let's head back to the nether. And what we can do is from there, we can run through quickly, get to our desert. I am going to pop this on. And I actually don't know what happened to my gold boots. They definitely should be around, but I don't see them. Here, it's not that one. Maybe this one. Nope. That's just full of random pottery sherds. So, yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is, like, maybe they're in my ender chest? Nope. Oh well. The other thing, too, is my, my iron farm is actually probably very, very full. So I'm not really sure what's up with that. Or this bee. Dude, it looks like he's about to drop, like, the hardest rap album of 2025. Alright, anyways, sorry, I just wanted to grab a screenshot of that. I thought about a funny meme I could make. Okay. So, we kind of have 2 options right now. Because technically, both those paths lead to the same place. I'm actually gonna keep that in my hotbar for a sec. Because I don't know if I can escape if I get knocked into lava, so I think I'm going to take this path just because I think it's a little bit safer. And then I can grab some blocks along the way because I might have to do some towering. I'm not sure. But I'm hoping that nothing spawned up here. Okay. Actually, before we get going, I just need to do my wife's tea and water, so give me 1 sec. Okay. There we go. Up to 7 likes. There we go. Crushing the likes today. Alright, so let's head to our desert. Let me just kind of situate myself a little bit here. Hey man, I'm back. I finally finished catching up tonight. I was pretty busy, so that's why it took so long, but now I can actually tune into the streams when I have time. Awesome. I'm going to be honest with you, my chat's kind of bugging out right now, so I'm not sure who this is. I'm going to assume it might be Darko or something, but if you want to drop your username in the chat, that would kind of help me out a little bit. Here, I'm going to refresh the stream. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay, we're back. I don't know what's happening, but for some weird reason, it's showing everybody's like handles, but it's not actually showing their username. It's Chromaranth. I tuned in last week. Oh, right. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I'm having a weird glitch this morning. It's not showing everybody's usernames. I genuinely don't know what's happening. And I just tried to fix it and it didn't work, so. It's Chromaranth. I tuned in last week telling you I just finished season 2. I don't think I ever told you my name, lol. No, it's okay. Just, like, for some reason, like, usually it shows, like, your username and then your message, and today it's, like, at whatever, like, some, you know, like, your actual, like, sign-in. And then it's saying the message, so I'm not recognizing anybody. Because we've had a bunch of regulars in already that I didn't recognize, and I was like, who is this? But, you finally got caught up. That's awesome. Well, welcome to the most recent stream where I'm half asleep. This is gonna be the last of the regular streams for a while, unfortunately. So, I actually talked about you in one of the streams recently. I mentioned to everybody how there was a couple people trying to watch them all and get caught up. So, welcome to the stream, Chromaranth. And we do have a couple people in the Twitch chat as well today, which is pretty cool. Sorry, I don't mean to minimize the game. I'm just trying to make sure I see all your guys' messages. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. I know they're kind of lulled in a couple places, but yeah, I'm glad you're here and glad you're ready to watch it live. So why am I stopping streaming? So, yeah, I don't really know what's going on. But why am I stopping streaming? So I'm not stopping. At least that's the plan. I got a full-time job starting this upcoming Monday. So unfortunately, I can't stream at 6 a.m. anymore. Just because I'd be streaming and then, you know, I have to go to work in an hour. So, my plan right now is that I don't have a plan. But I want to film some long-form content, which sucks because, like, you know, as much as that will be okay for you guys, I don't get to interact with the chat, which is kind of like half the joy I got out of it. So I'm hoping there's a lot of comments from people and messages in the Discord and stuff. But I want to try and stream at least a couple of times a week still. Just it won't be a daily thing anymore. So the series isn't ending, but it's definitely going to slow down compared to what it used to be. You know, today we're on episode 29, which is, you know, a record for the channel for the hardcore series. And I'm really, really thankful that everyone is enjoying it. We've had a couple of really good streams this week, so, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. So I'll be working full-time starting Monday, so it's going to be a little bit harder for me to stream at the same time. So there may be some time during the week where I might have to stream a lot later. Which I guess for you, you've been watching the VODs, so it hasn't been nearly as big of an issue for you, I guess. But I'm sure you've been trying to catch up so you can interact with the chat and stuff. So, I'm going to do my best to try and keep the streams going, but also sprinkle in some long-form content to kind of compensate for it. And then, yeah, I start work on Monday, which I'm super excited, but also a little bit nervous about. And, you know, gonna have to kind of figure it out from there. You know, this is kind of a new thing, so I don't really have a set way, a set, you know, goal in mind or schedule yet, but I'm hoping that we can figure this out. Okay, so here, let me bust out the elytra, and I will kind of do this. Just kind of pop myself down here for a sec. I really hope I didn't look at those Endermen. Alright. So, what's the job? So I am a mechanical engineering technologist. So it's a job doing some design work via SolidWorks and a few other things, a few other 3D modeling softwares. And yeah, it's in an industry that I enjoy. I don't want to give too many details just because I don't want people like finding out the exact place, but you know, I waited for a couple months for them to kind of figure out what they want to do, and they decided to hire me, so I'm gonna give that a shot, and hopefully it goes well. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. So right now, I'm just trying to collect as much sand as I can. I'm trying to think of how much I'm gonna need. So I'm gonna need about 2 stacks per side. So that's 8 stacks per chamber times 4, which is 32. So 32 sacks of sand plus any extra I would need for the horizontal chambers. So we're probably gonna need both shulkers full of glass with what we have on us. Hard to say. Here, let me... Okay, these guys are just gonna keep doing that, so hopefully I can take out a few of them. I haven't updated to the most recent version yet. Otherwise, I'd be getting attacked by zombie camels with spears, so you know, we're not quite there yet. You guys need to chill. Here, let me... no, that one's actually full. So yeah, we'll fill up these 2 shulkers and hopefully have enough glass. I think we'll be pretty close. I'll kind of math it out before we leave and see if I need to get any more, but I think we're pretty okay. What time of day is it? It's almost midnight. Sounds great, but it's kind of a weird question, but can I know how old you are? Yeah, like, that's kind of public knowledge at this point. So I'm 300, and, you know, I've been on this earth for a couple centuries now, and, no, I'm kidding. Okay, this is... You guys need to stop. No, I'm 34. I am a little bit older than your average streamer, but, you know. I definitely have the Minecraft experience. I think I've probably played Minecraft longer than most Minecraft YouTubers at this point. At least any of the smaller ones. And, you know, I'm still learning stuff every day, but... You know, I am quite the avid Minecraft player, even still. Do you do Witness the Roman Empire yourself, or was that before your time? That was a little bit before my time. Wow, this is a lot of phantoms. Have I not slept in a while? Could have swore I slept, like, semi-recently. But, like, I'll take the phantom membranes. They give you slow falling. If you make, potions out of them, so... I am more than happy to take those. How many did I get? I got 15. That's a lot. Dang. Alright, well, we have enough to make slow falling forever, so... When we go to fight the Ender Dragon for the 3rd time, we're well equipped. So that's 9, 18, 27. So yeah, we're gonna have to fill up probably both shulkers. Sorry, just give me 1 second. I just need to mute my mic. See you later. Thanks for checking out the stream, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for catching up all the VODs, too. It's been really cool. Alright, guys, we're back. Now let's take out the Huskin zombie army. Oh. Or rather, they're gonna take me out, apparently. Destroyed. Here. Let's get rid of all this stuff. There we go. I'm just here for sand. Come on, what happened? There wasn't any mobs here before. I mean, there were phantoms, but they fly, that's different. Okay. This actually went a lot faster than I thought it would, that's good. Hoping I already have enough sand dug up here that I can just collect it all. I doubt it, but you never know. There we go. The only thing I'm nervous about is there's a bunch of Endermen around, so... Ugh, just filling up my inventory. There's so many mobs. Yeah, here, it's almost daytime, thankfully. Oh no, that camel. I guess he just lives there now. Oops. He's fine. No, if he fits, he sits. I think is the moral of the story here. I was about to say the motto, and I was like, that's not a motto. It's not even a moral, really. So yeah, let's get rid of some of this extra stuff. I'm just worried that like one of these times I'm gonna be doing this, and then all of a sudden the Enderman's gonna turn around and be like, "What did you just say?" and just come at me. Or gonna be like in an inventory box, and then staring off into the distance. Then an Enderman will walk in front of me at like just the right angle and start attacking me. Endermen are way too hard to hit. I stand by that. I hate fighting Endermen. Endermen and Brutes are like the two worst enemies in this game, I think. Wardens take like a quick third. Because like, you're not really supposed to fight Wardens, so that's like kind of the point of like, wow, they're really hard to fight. But like Endermen, you're supposed to fight, and they're really, really annoying to fight unless you put something above your head where they can't hit you. And Brutes just do way too much damage for what they are. They should not be able to take out like half your HP in one hit. That's especially when you're like not full netherite yet. Brutes are insanely strong. I don't know why it's not showing everyone's usernames today, which is a little strange. You know, a couple people, their username and their login is like very similar, so I could kind of recognize them, but yeah, no, for some reason today it's showing everyone's like ats rather than their actual username. So again, I don't know why that's happening, but I don't know how to stop it either. And it's not really bothering anything, so I'm probably just gonna leave it for now, but just for anyone who is in the chat and is kind of confused. I am just as confused as you are. I don't know, maybe YouTube's like doing maintenance or something. You can keep your whooping to yourself, sir. I am here for sand and sand alone. I stand alone. Anyone know that song? It's like, I think it's, I want to say it's Godsmack, but I don't think that's right. Okay, so an entire shulker is 27, plus the other one, so plus what I have on me, so I think that should be enough. That if we head back to the house and throw it in the super smelter, we can get it going. I don't know if it'll keep smelting while we're at the ocean monument, though. That's my only thing. Because we'll be so far out of render distance from there that I don't know if the super smelter will actually keep going. The super smelter. I don't know why I talked like that, but Haven't even had any of my Diet Pepsi yet. The breakfast of champions. The breakfast of diabetes. Alright, let's see if we can get up here without getting attacked by anything. No, my luck, there's gonna be a ghast like 50 kilometers off in the distance, and they're just gonna start firing at me. Okay. Yeah, here, we'll put a safety block. Safety block. Gonna keep myself safety block. Gonna put it there so that I... Actually, speaking of that, weird segue. Team 4-Star posted a new video doing Sailor Moon Abridged. For anyone who doesn't know who Team 4-Star is, they created the very popular and very memeable Dragon Ball Z Abridged series, which a lot of people are now taking the quotes and lines from that and using them on TikTok. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't think I actually ever updated the day on Twitch. There we go. Oops, that's not... There. Had the incorrect day count on Twitch, so... Anyways, yeah, no, so they did the very popular Dragon Ball Z Abridged series, which came out when I was in high school. And basically what they did is they shortened the story of Dragon Ball Z by taking out, like, unnecessary, like, scenes and, like, you know, filler episodes and stuff like that. Although sometimes they kept the filler in if it was funny. And, they redubbed all the voices with people who sounded, like, similar to the original characters, but just made it more, like, funny and, like, have it be more, like, realistic, interactions between people instead of just, like, you know, the anime interaction. And, it's very, very funny. It's one of my all-time favorite things, I think. And in my opinion, it was partly what revived Dragon Ball as a whole in North America. Because once Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT ended, that was kind of it for Dragon Ball for the longest time. And, like, I know Japan has Dragon Ball, and, like, it will always have Dragon Ball just because they rely on it for their GDP. But in North America, like, Dragon Ball was basically dead. Like, once I was out of high school, like, I stopped watching it during the Buu saga. And I think I was in grade 10 or 11 or something like that at the time. But, yeah, no, they basically did their parody all the way up until the end of the Cell Saga and then ended it. And then a couple years ago, they did, like, an abridge of the Buu saga just to, like, be like, here you go. Like, there, we did Buu. And, now, it looks like they're starting to do the original Sailor Moon, which is, kind of funny because my wife and her friend, for their weekly anime night they do every Thursday. We affectionately call it Dragon Ball Thursday because that's kind of how it started. They've been watching the original Sailor Moon, so it was kind of a weird coincidence that popped up in my feed yesterday, and we both kind of freaked out and went like, "Oh my god, like what?" And you know, in true Team 4-Star fashion, it was very funny. So if you guys want to see a very funny parody of Sailor Moon, where they kind of took, like, most of the first season, I would say, and just kind of shortened it and parodied it, go check that out. It's very, very funny. Okay, so we're almost home. My portal's at 0, for anyone wondering. My coordinates are in the center of the screen there at the bottom. So, just a bit of a way for you to tell how far away I am. And what we can do is we can drop all of this sand off in the super smelter. And then grab a couple more things we're going to need for the farm. The farm itself is actually very, very easy to build. So I don't want anyone to think that it's going to take forever like it has been the past like few days to like make everything. Honestly, the hardest part of the whole thing is going to be putting down all of the kelp to make sure that we get source blocks. So, because how this farm works is it uses the soul sand mechanic to force all of the guardians up and into a killing chamber. And that killing chamber has a bunch of campfires and hoppers. So before we go, we need to grab kelp and we need to grab all the hoppers for it. Here, let me just kind of pop that in for a sec. And then I don't know why you're not getting fuel. A little strange. Here, let me see what's up with that. Oh, I guess it was just out. Here, let me... This isn't very efficient at all, but, I mean... that one's probably getting full too now that I think about it. So here, we'll fill this up with bamboo. You guys need to go back to your beds. There, I don't know if filling this will actually be enough, but we're going to give it a shot. There we go. And we can grab all the sand out of here, start filling up this chest. Aw, he's like, I have a flower, why won't you take my flower? I'm pretty sure that's a reference to something. I can't remember what it is, but I think it's from like an old, like, an old DOS game or something. Which, nowadays, I guess kids wouldn't even know what that is. You know, floppy disks are a thing of the past now. But this is all starting to cook up. And we already got a stack of glass, so we'll let that go while I grab the rest of the necessary supplies. Oh, we actually have a bunch of chests right here. So let's grab some iron. And make some hoppers up. There we go. And I need kelp, which I have a bit of because I put it here for that reason. So that's not even the right shulker, is it? That one's empty. This one has stuff. So I'll throw this in here. I do actually want to grab... sad day, 4 to 10 on the tea, but I don't blame you. Yeah, I didn't make the tea today. We ran out of cream, so unfortunately, tea time today, I did not make the tea. I had to go run out and get it quickly. There we go. So that's good. So we have a bunch of glass. Just kind of grabbing as much as I can here. We definitely have enough to finish one of the sections off. I would like to try and grab one more bucket, because that'll actually make this a little bit faster. There we go. Here, I'll grab... No, I only need 2, because I make an infinite source. Let's see, what else do we need? It wasn't stirred, so it got better the more I drank. Sorry, love. That's sad too, because the person who served it to me was very friendly. So I'm assuming she wasn't the one who made it. Just trying to think if there's anything else I need. I know I need these glass panes, but I think I already grabbed a few. Yeah. So I definitely don't need that many. I'm gonna grab a few more rockets, because I'm gonna have to keep flying to the top of the structure. And then I wanted to use cyan dye, but the problem is to make cyan, you need green and blue. And the problem is to make green, you need cactus, which I do have, but you have to smelt it. And while I can make a cactus farm, it's just not something I really want to do right this second. So for now, we're just going to use the clear glass and then kind of go from there. But I think I'm going to let this run. And we can head over. I'm just going to have a quick sleep so the phantoms don't attack us while we're doing it. And just trying to think if there's anything else I need. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to bring a stone cutter because I know we do need slabs at one point. There we go. Alright, let's head over to our ocean monument that we dug out. Here we go. So let's set up over here. Oh, there goes Trico's light. Trico's my crested gecko, for anyone who's wondering. And let me grab all the glass so we can start throwing that down. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. I'm hoping that means things can't spawn here. So we'll start filling all this in. Again, this doesn't have to be glass, but it does add to the aesthetic a little bit if it is. I'm just curious how much we're actually going to need per side, if my math was right. I didn't have exact math, so here, yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll block off the top once we're done. Can you do 4 at a time? No, you can't. Oh, figures. Watch, I'm gonna get struck by lightning now. Oh my god, we got a skeleton horse. Alright, let's do it. I don't want to use the poison arrows, so... Buddy, you picked the wrong time. Alright, this is going to be awkward, but I might end up accidentally killing a horse. There's one. Here, I need to get my food out before I get killed. Oh. Another one died. I don't know what happened to that one. That's funny. Oh, okay, you do a lot more damage than you should. If you would have hit me one more time, I might have actually died. So let's do a quick heal up here. There. Whew. Alright, well, there's Rip Clops 9 through 12. Or no, it's not even 9 through 12. I think that's 13 through 16. Yeah, maybe I should have brought a bed. It just kind of sucks because I just went to sleep. Here, let's, oh god. Look at this dude. Can he even follow me up here? I hope not. Alright, let's, go to sleep again. Bit of a rough start to making this, I guess, but at least while I'm here I can grab the other glass. It's crazy to me that, like, even with full netherite on with the elytra, your defense is, like, so much lower. Yeah, good enough. It's definitely still cooking while we're not here, so that's all I really care about. Alright. Well, that was lucky. Wasn't expecting to have to fight for my life with skeleton horses right when I start building, but these guys can hang out, I guess. They're kind of stuck in this giant hole now, so unless I bring them through the nether. I guess I could make some bubble columns and shoot them up to the surface. Or I guess, well, they are underwater horses. I could just, like, ride them out of here. Grab some saddles and leads and lead them back to the house. Okay. Maybe I should put the soul sand down now. Just to kind of get it prepared. Here. Just to make sure we have enough, I guess. We should, but just making sure. Need 16 per thing, so we need a stack. Yeah, no, we'll have tons. So these are going to be our bubble columns for the guardians. And we can't fill it in yet because what will happen is they will spawn. Hey, Swifty Grump. I'm assuming by your message and how you typed it, I think you're Rachel D. They usually type like that, so I'm going to assume that's it. Here, let me grab that. Yep, consistency is key. Hope you're having a okay morning. We just got attacked by the 4 horsemen of the Prismarine, so my morning's definitely been interesting so far. And we're up to 7 likes already, which is pretty crazy for this early on in the stream. Busy day over here? Aw. Hopefully not too busy. Get all, oops. Oh, that's why. I was like, but I want to put glass. Okay, here. Let's throw that stuff in here. And we don't have any more glass left on us, so let me see where we're at. We need to do 2 more of the sections, it looks like. Here, let's fly back home. Have a in-flight snack along the way. I wonder what a golden carrot would actually like taste like. Like not one made of actual gold, but like if it was like a golden color, that would like alter the taste of it at all. Here we go. This is probably enough to finish off 1 more of the sections. Yeah, we got some more glass in here. See if I can work it on the pillar. Ooh, look at that. Skills. The bills have been paid. Okay. So let's finish this up. So once all this is filled in, we're kind of like, I don't know. I'd say they're at like 60% of the way done. Like laying the frame out yesterday really helped. That kind of sped things along a little bit, so I didn't have to do a bunch of BS beforehand. But like we already have the soul sand down. Most of the glass will be down momentarily. Then we need to connect all the pods together. Now, one thing that does scare me slightly is the fact that while I am setting it up, there is a very real possibility that guardians will spawn and start attacking me, and there's a lot of them in this farm. So I do want to be a little cautious because, you know, once they start attacking, there's not much I can do to get them to stop. So what I'll probably end up doing for that is I will throw on my chest plate instead of the elytra, just so I can get that little bit of extra defense. And I'm hoping that that's enough to keep me safe. Shoot. All right, I guess we're out of glass. So we kind of need to wait for it to cook. But what I can do is start assembling the rest of it. So let me, oops, not high enough. Let me sort of get myself situated here. So we can do this. And basically what we need to do is connect them all. We can skip that one for now, I guess. Go here, here, and then parkour to here. And then what's going to end up happening is we're going to have to double layer this. I believe is how it goes. And then we need to slab on top of that. Yeah, something like this. And then we need the other kind of prismarine blocks as well. I can kind of show you. Here, we're gonna need these. Here, grab some of these guys. And just gonna make a few more, here, whatever, slabs. Hopefully we can set up at least one of the sections here. That'll work, I think. And then with this, we need to lay down that. And, oh, we need glass from the center, too. I didn't think of that. All right, that's going to be kind of its own thing. This is actually going to be glass panes here. But basically, that's how it's going to go. Let me just look at my reference here for a sec. Just to make sure I'm doing that right. But I believe that's how it goes. It's been a while since I've had to build one of these, so bear with me. I kind of did a little bit of research last night, but here we go. Sorry, I'm just watching a quick video on how they did this. I see. Okay. Might have did that wrong. Let me see. I go around all of them like that, so it's the same height. No, I did do it right. Yeah, okay. Stein, professional builder. Okay. So now I will do my best to try and get these ones done as well. I think this is correct anyways. Sorry, I'm just trying to follow along with a video tutorial, but also not screw this up. But I think we did it right. Yeah, so he connects them all like I did. Pretty good, pretty good. Then he fills in the row of 3. Then this is all supposed to be glass. Oh, the kill chamber he actually did out of prismarine, so that's fine. And then he did a layer over top. Sisyphus else just followed. How's it going, Sisyphus? And then, oh, I see. Okay, he made another layer. Interesting. Okay. So he actually goes and does this and fills it with glass. Are we like summoning a sea demon like Cthulhu or something? I mean, you're not far off. We're making a prismarine farm. So for a prismarine farm, we had to disassemble. Yeah, basically. We have to take down an ocean monument and then fill in the gaps, which is kind of what we're in the process of doing right now. And then just kind of waiting for my glass to cook back at my house so I can go grab it. But for now, we can start filling in the rest because the center column actually doesn't use prismarine. I mean, it doesn't use glass, sorry. So let me kind of start filling this in a little. But it's definitely going to pump out prismarine when it's done. We just need to have some Batman prep time right now. Yeah, I'm trying to make it look good too. That's the other thing. Doesn't have to, but you know. Who doesn't like some good aesthetics? It always throws me off when the prismarine starts changing colors because of my color blindness. I'm just like, what's happening? Oh, right, it's an animated block. It's just like a slow animation. But yeah, basically right now we're killing time to hopefully get enough glass to fill in the rest of it. Because being able to see it working is a, important part of the process. There's no point in me building this whole thing if it doesn't work. And we got our new skeleton horses hanging out here, getting in the way as always. Listen, buddy. You're in the wrong spot right now. Okay. So this center part that I'm working on right now is actually the spot where everything is going to go to die. They're going to fall down this hole. And then I'm going to dig it out a little bit. And place some campfires and hoppers down to collect everything. And then eventually, we'll use that to have so many sea lanterns. We're going to have at least 2. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we got lots of this stuff left. Perfect. Hopefully you guys are having an okay morning. Or night, or whatever time it is for you. For me, it is currently 7:22 a.m. And for anyone who doesn't know, this will be the last stream I'll be doing at this time for the foreseeable future. Because I managed to find some work, finally. Can I do this? So I'll be working full-time soon. So unfortunately, the streams are going to have to change schedule a little bit. Which does make me a little sad. You know, I do enjoy spending time with you guys, but, you know, time waits for no man, and, you know, the early bird gets the word, so I gotta get out there and get some money. And, you know, I'm happy to be able to go back to being able to support my family and stuff, so. Oh, thanks, Nick. Appreciate that. It seems like all of the YouTube names are messed up today, but all the Twitch ones are still the same. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's a weird bug today on YouTube. Let me go the right direction. If I can figure out which direction that is. There it is. Turn my render distance up by 1 just so I can see the mob spawner in the sky. But I'm hoping that we were close enough that all the glass is being made. How are we doing here? Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a way to carry it. So let me toss some stuff in here for a sec. Yeah, that's fine. And I can grab as much of this as I can. That can stay here, I guess. But that should be enough to hopefully finish off the chambers on the outside. I don't know if it'll be enough for the top part, but we'll see. Where's Gilforth? There he is. Why are you way out here, buddy? What up, Gilfor? This is Gilmore the Fourth, for anyone who's new here. And... ow. Let me sort of land back on top here so I can finish this. And which one did I start? It was this one. So yeah, this is going to be the last stream starting at 6 a.m. Now, I do have this crazy idea of starting the stream and going a little bit longer, or earlier, sorry. But I don't know if that's going to be realistic. But I'm thinking maybe like Wednesdays and then maybe once on the weekend or something. I'm going to try and keep it going, but I don't know, honestly, if that's going to be realistic or not. So we'll try it out maybe on Wednesday once I calm down a little bit. I don't know if I'm actually going to stream at all this week just because I'm kind of getting used to the new schedule. But I don't start work until 8, so I can still do like a 2-hour stream if I get up and start it at like 5. I would just really prefer not to do that because that's like super early and then I have like a full work day on top of that. But I'm also going to try and get some long form content made as well, either today or this weekend. I have kind of a busy weekend. We might be going down to visit my grandmother who is in the hospital right now, unfortunately. But from the sounds of things, it sounds like she's doing a lot better. But, you know, I'm just going to go check it out and see. Am I one too high? I think I am. We all support you, Stein. Do whatever you need. I appreciate that. You know, because the streams have been a lot of fun, but I also don't want to kill myself to facilitate them. So there's got to be some kind of give and take there. So maybe the stream times will change. Maybe the frequency will change. I really don't know. But for right now, I need to focus on the new job, focus on what's going on with my grandma, focus on my wife, and focus on getting my shit together, for lack of a better word for it. So are these... Okay. So that's actually correct. Okay, good. Good. I might have enough glass to finish this. I doubt it, though. Might have to make a quick trip back to the house to grab, like, one more stack. But we'll see. Please don't be a thunderstorm. But the farm is basically done. It's just creating the collection system now and then turning it on. So what we'll do... Three. There we go. And we'll just do this last wall here. This is definitely going to be an interesting process, being able to turn all this on. But I kind of need to do it in a specific order, because if I do the outside first, then making the kill chamber with them already in there is going to be a pain, so I'm going to have to make the kill chamber first. Oh, I didn't bring chests. That might be part of my downfall here, but I think we'll be okay. But I had enough glass, that's good. So now let me go everywhere except the place I'm trying to go, and grab my prismarine here, along with a few more of these. And we can finish patching up the top here. There we go. One of these things is not like the other. There we go. And then I need to grab this. Great. And then I need to make some more slabs to sort of finish up the top, but what I can do is this. Fill in all of this glass. I mean, it looks impressive. I hope when I turn it on, it is impressive. Okay. So we'll do this. And then we need my glass panes and some slabs, I believe. Here, let me just double check my video, but I think that's all that needs to happen. Of course, I get 2 minutes worth of ads. Yeah, I don't care about that part. So he grabs the slabs and slabs up the top of it all. Yep, I think that's right. Keep missing it. It shows it for like half a second, like where it's supposed to be. But I believe that's correct. Yep. Should be good. Okay. So I need a bunch of slabs and glass panes. Which I do have. I think it was this chest. Yeah. So here's my glass panes. And I need to keep a few of these. And turn those into slabs. There we go. So let's throw down our panes. So how this is going to work is there's going to be source blocks here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this is just here to make sure that they don't get stuck. But I feel like the glass is a little overkill, but I'll follow what the guy said. There we go. And then we need to put down our slabs. This is a very important part of the process because this is how you set up the water for the entire thing without it getting messy. So I'll just quickly fly around. We already did that one. We already did that one. So we can set up this one here. You should use prismarine more. Yeah, well, that's the problem, right? It's just, it's so hard to get that, it can become a problem trying to collect enough of it to actually use it for a build. But let's cap all this off with slabs. And we're going to need our sea lanterns soon. But not quite yet. Because we need to go make the kill chamber before we do anything. But this is basically the whole thing done. Like, once I put water in and get all the source blocks, like, that's basically it. So, there we go. Those can't spawn. So I'll fill in the top with prismarine and sea lanterns after I'm done the kill chamber and set up the water. Basically what's going to happen is I'm going to put source blocks here so it flows and stops at this edge. Then I'm going to break all the slabs so that the water flows down into all of these chambers. And then I need to go down into these chambers and put seaweed to turn it all into source blocks without going over that block and creating another source block up here. So basically what'll happen is when I do that, all the soul sand will force everything up, and then the current that we created at the beginning that's going across here will still be here, and it forces all of them into the center where they fall and basically just get killed by campfires. So I need to go grab my campfires and my hoppers, which of course are in the direction I'm not flying again. We need hoppers, we need campfires, and I'm going to need these at some point, as well as a bunch of these. You know what, I might actually do it out of these ones, just because I have more of it. But that's good. There we go. And here. Do that. And then I want to fly home quickly and grab some chests, because we're definitely going to need them for collecting all the items, because from what I understand, this thing can produce like thousands of items per hour. So we're going to have to be pretty good about storage on this. And by that I mean we're going to have to make a bunch of chests. So let me see how many we have left after that last bit of hoppers we did. Here, hold this for a sec. Do this. Yeah, no, we're gonna need a lot more than that. Let's see how much spruce we still have in here. Just one tree. Okay. That does not help my situation. Alright. We'll let that do its thing. We can turn that into chests. And then let's fly to shore, because I'm sure we still have a few giant taiga spruce trees left. Geez. Oh, okay. We're at shore. I wouldn't mind checking out the iron farm. I can't really empty it right now, but I'm sure it's, you know, doing its thing. Yeah, no, it's doing pretty good. So here, let's knock down one of these bigger trees. And that should be more than enough. Here, this one's kind of weird looking. We'll do this one. Hopefully this will produce enough wood for us. And then we can make, like... I want to make, like, honestly, like, 30 chests, but I get how that's a little excessive. But with the amount of items this thing's like, the thing is like, you typically make, like, an item sorter for this, but for now, I'm just gonna make it so that it just collects everything. Because it also produces fish, and, like, I don't really need fish right now. Can you not? That was way closer than it should have been. That's fine, we can just go. Oh no, I left all my prismarine down here, so no, I can't. Okay. Let's make a bit of room here. And we'll make some more chests. 42. There. That is definitely enough for now. But again, there's usually an item sorter, so we're going to have to probably grab a bit more than that. But I think for now, with what we're doing, we should be fine. And then I have like 17 or so hoppers, so maybe I should grab... Here, how much chests did I grab? Here, I'm gonna leave one of these here and grab... Here, I'll leave 2 of them here. Or no, I can just leave 1 and bring a stack. There we go. Go to sleep. Get a little bit of safety. Get some Diet Pepsi, some Gamer Sip. Okay. So let's head over here. And what we need to do is, to be honest, I don't even know if we actually do need to dig down a little bit, but it is just part of how the build goes, so I'm just going to listen to them and dig down, like, I don't know, like 6 blocks or something. We'll go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay. So that's ground level. And I want to be able to get out of here. and back into it. 2, 3, 4. Because here's the thing, I need to be able to stack as many chests as I can, so maybe I need to go a lot deeper than this now that I'm thinking about it. And then I need to make a way to get in and out of here, which will probably be a soul sand elevator, just because that's what I have on me. So yeah, we'll go down a little bit further. The further down I go, the more chests I should be able to fit, so. I know in the video he makes you go down to like a specific point. So that's what's making me a little sketched about this. Hey, Pro Gamer Legend, how's it going? So here, let's stack a bunch of the chests now, I think. And then we'll go from there. So we'll go like this, I guess. One, two, three. Why do I have an @ next to my name? Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's usernames this morning seems to have an @ beside it. If anyone knows why that is, but I think it is a YouTube glitch because it's showing everybody's channel names and not their actual username. I didn't do that, so I have no idea what's going on. But if anyone has an idea, feel free to share in the chat if there's a way for me to fix that. But for some reason today, it's showing everyone's @ handles instead of their YouTube username. So, again, I don't really know what's happening, but... hey, Stein, my head has been hurting really bad, but good luck on your hardcore, but I got a question. Okay, what's your question? I need to make more hoppers. Sorry. Here. We'll do this. And I'm actually wondering if that's even going to be enough, but we'll try. Here. Here, this is going to be a little tricky. Yeah, I definitely need a little bit more. Here, I will just take the top layer of chests out. Problem solving. There, that'll work. And then hopefully, yep, there they are. Here, I'll just stick it in here, I guess. I might actually have to go a little bit lower. There we go. So I have a splash potion of weakness, and I tried it on hardcore, and the zombies killed the villagers instead of making them into zombies. I don't want to risk my stuff since I have, like, really good... Okay. Yeah, no, they will sometimes just kill the villagers. That is kind of a thing. I'm not really sure the question exactly, but if you're trying to figure out like a safer way to do that, you just kind of have to like use blocks to kind of block them off and hope that they don't kill them. If you want to give them more opportunities, you can use the dispenser to give your villagers armor so they can take a few more hits, which could be kind of helpful. Do I have more wood, I guess, here. But it's not really an exact science, unfortunately. You might just have to wait around until you find zombie villagers. I got kind of lucky where mine just kind of ended up like that. That's not even going to be enough, is it? All right, let's go grab a bit more wood. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be enough to finish what I'm trying to do here. We have enough iron, which is good, but need a bit more wood to make a few more hoppers. To be honest, I would have loved to put even more chests down there, but I don't know. Because, like, I have a feeling like these double chests that I'm putting down, I know it looks like a lot, but I think it's actually going to fill up very, very quickly, because that's how fast this farm is, so... I'm just kind of winging it right now and hoping that it's enough. But we'll see. I just want to get our cheap storage system going here. I also wanted to do this because, actually no. This and this. There. Of course I did this where all the gravel was. There we go. Because we need a way to get in and out of here. So, what I'm going to do is make a bubble column going up. Here, I guess we can just use that. Ow. Sorry, I would use my shovel, but it would just make a big mess, so I'm just doing it one at a time. But the plan here is to... There we go. My plan here is to make an entrance and an exit way. Yeah, that'll work. Then I can just go straight up to the surface here. So break through that. Yeah, so we can make this one be how you get down here. And then this one I will break. But this is actually going to be a bubble column. Do I have still sand on me? Still, I guess not. We'll turn this one into a bubble column with like signs and stuff. But what I want to do right now is try and lay down a few hoppers again. Right? So basically we have this so that these chests can still open. And then I need to go across like this and attach all these hoppers in so that hopefully we can fill up all these chests fairly easily. So I will do this. Again, I don't know if this is going to be enough because of how fast this farm goes, but I will do my best. Here we need to break that down a little bit. Grab some more hoppers. Do this. Turn it into chests. Do this. Turn it into chests. There. That should be enough. I guess I'll just toss these in here for now. Sure. And so, if I can do this correctly, there we go. So that'll be our kill chamber. And now I need to grab all of my campfires, which I'm just realizing now I actually don't have enough on me. And fill all of this in. So let me see if I have the stuff on me for it. That farm is going to produce items faster than hopper speed. Definitely. That's sort of the problem with this farm. Although it's not really a problem. Okay. Let me try and figure out a solution here. So we need signs. So we're going to need a few more of these. And we need... So we need signs. And I think that's it. I just need coal. And there was some down here when I was digging. How'd you even get here? Yeah, I thought I saw some when I was digging down there, but in the interest of trying to save a little bit of time, I'll run back here and just make it here. I don't know what it is. I always have such a hard time getting coal in this file. I mean, I'm sure part of it is the fact that I build underwater like an idiot, but... Here. Let's make some campfires. There, 12. That's enough. Is it enough? No. I think I need 16, actually. Just all my cats everywhere. Do I have logs in here? I guess so, technically. Need one more. Seriously, I have no other logs. God damn it. I'm prepared. Can't you tell? Not soul campfires? I mean, like, I technically could, but it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna see them anyway, so... It's no use in me wasting all the effort making them. Alright. That should be enough to do everything. Where is my empty bucket? Soul campfires kill at 2 times the speed. Really? Is that actually a thing? Like, it's not a huge deal, but I didn't think that was a thing. What is it? Soul soil? Whatever. It's fine. There. 16. And then we have our sign. We have our water. We need kelp and soul sand. And then better organization skills. My god. Don't cook meat, but do double damage to mobs and players. Huh. The more you know. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. So, that's cool. Not a huge deal in this situation, though, I guess. I mean, they're going to get a bunch of fall damage just from the initial fall anyways, so... It's, I think it's going to be a bit of a non-issue. Just because, like, purely the speed that we're going at. But let me throw these guys down. Go right here. Okay, and then we'll patch up that wall. There we go. We can do this. Down to the bottom here. To which I will throw down those. Soul sand. Yeah, it won't really matter, but encyclopedic trivia knowledge of edge case block use is rewarded. Fair enough. So yeah, we'll do this. So this is our way back out. Break that. And we should see some bubbles forming. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. So we can jump down here. And we can still access everything. And then we can shoot back up. And our kill chamber is set. So it should filter all the items into those chests. And so I'm just going to do that. Just so that no mobs end up down there for whatever reason. And now the fun part starts. So what we need to do is we need to lay down all the water. And putting the roof on this thing is kind of a pain, so that's going to be probably the trickiest part of this whole build, is just doing the roof. Little auto crafting down there to help compress a bunch of that as well. Yeah, I think when the original person made this farm, the auto crafter actually wasn't in the game yet. So there's definitely improvements that can be made to this. And maybe later I'll come back and do that if I need to. But I have a feeling this one's going to produce so much stuff that it's not really going to ultimately matter. Okay. So, this is how the farm works. As you can see, we got our campfires down there ready to get our mobs. There's actually a very real possibility that mobs will start spawning in the next couple seconds. But what we need to do now is break away all the slabs. These are just garbage at this point. And see if we can go over to this one. And break this as well. Being very careful not to fall into your campfires. There we are. And we'll do this. Okay. So now, if I can get out of here for just a sec, I'm going to go grab a bunch of kelp. As you can see, they are already starting to spawn. So we're going to have to be pretty careful about this. There is actually a part of me that wants to go into There is a part of me that wants me to go into peaceful to kind of set this up. But as you can see here, they're starting to spawn. So now what we need to do is one by one go in here and fill all these with kelp and then break them. And that will allow us to spawn a bunch of these guys and shoot them to the surface. So as you can see, this guy, all the flow of the water is going down right now, so he can't actually get to me. So what I'm going to do is hopefully be smart about this. And I'm hoping none will spawn if I jump in here after I kill this guy. So let's take this guy down. There. And we need to try and fill all of this in as quickly as possible. And we need to be very careful not to go any higher than that. I don't know what happened there, but sure. There we are. There we go. And just kind of repeat it for all the other ones. But with these ones, we need to be super careful we don't turn the top block into a source block right away. So we can break that one off. And hopefully not mess this up. Here, so break that. And we'll break this. Break that one. So I'm just gonna very carefully keep going. Go. Yeah. There we go. Let me just grab a bit of air. And we'll fill in this last one. Sorry, I was like leaning back from the mic. Hopefully you guys could still kind of hear me. Okay, and then we'll break these guys. Drowning as you make a bubble column? Yeah, really. And there we go. Okay, so now what I need to do is stand in the corner here and try and break off all these extra ones. And then do this. That should shoot me to the surface. hopefully I can get out of here before I start getting attacked. There we go. And now what I need to do, so you can see them all kind of popping out there already. And we can sort of sit here and watch it, but there we go. So they all fall down there, they take fall damage, and then they die to the campfires, which is fairly quick. And then, yeah, we just need to repeat that over and over again. And then throw a roof on it so they don't escape. Because what can happen is sometimes they shoot out of here with so much force, they actually fall all the way to the ground down here and start bouncing around. So yeah, we just need to make sure that we are super careful. And I'm just going to try and collect some of this. But yeah, we just have to repeat that 4 times. So, 3 more times, I guess, now. But, you know what I mean. So, let's run around and re-up our kelp. There we go. Yeah, see, that's sort of the issue I was trying to avoid. So we need to figure out how to deal with that. Simplest way I know how to deal with it is to sit up here and shoot them with the trident and hopefully not get killed. But as you can see, there is quite a few of them. So I don't know if there's actually a better solution to this, but we got one of them fairly easily somehow. Part of me is like, do I bow spam and just let all the arrows fall down and hit them? Can you speak Chinese? A little bit, actually. I know that's kind of out of nowhere, but yeah, I can, to an extent. I know a few phrases and words from an old coworker of mine who lived there for like 12 years. Wish there was a way I could, like, maybe drop sand down there and suffocate them or something. But I feel like if I tried that, they would just all run. But this is sort of working. I'm hoping I can recover a few of those arrows before they all despawn, but the bow spamming actually worked a little bit better than I thought it would. There we go. We're making progress. Only like, what, 3 left? So as long as they don't spawn while I'm down there, which I don't think they will, we should be okay. Oh. I think he just kind of despawned. Okay. Wow, that was actually a lot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. Probably be easier to just do the back row first. There we go. Break all those ones. The roof is going to be a little tricky. I think in the video I was watching, he was in creative mode for most of it. Or at the very least, he was in peaceful, so things weren't spawning. So he didn't really go into detail on how to build this thing with everything attacking you at the same time. But, you know, we'll figure it out. Sorry, I just need to be diligent, or diligent, I don't know, whatever the word is. Diligent, I guess, because I can't let the top part turn into source blocks, or else I'm screwed. I have to redo it, so... Just sit here and drown forever. Dude, breathe. I know, I know. I'm doing it. There we go. So we'll break those off just so it doesn't accidentally grow. And we can do that. And then we got one more row. Sorry, I'm just trying to do this as quickly as possible because I don't know if things actually can spawn here or not, so... Just, doing my best. Now this farm typically works by using an AFK platform on top of it. And I haven't decided yet if I want to build that or not. Because, to be blunt, I don't see myself AFKing here to get Prismarine, but, you know, it'll passively do it over time. Whoop, there we go. See what I mean? How the kelp kind of flew over the edge like that? That's, what can happen sometimes with this farm. But if I fly a little bit out of here... You can kind of see it working for a sec, hopefully. Yep, so there's a few popping up. And there's a few popping up from here. So that's why you put the roof on it, because sometimes they fly off over the edge. But I'm hoping if I pop down here to our chamber... Definitely hear them dying. Yep, there we go. So we're starting to collect kelp, and well, it's all the kelp from when we were building it. And then we're collecting all of the raw drops from it. So there we have it. That is how this farm is meant to work. So I'm just gonna grab the kelp just so I don't have to grab it all over again. And we need to try and get 2 more sections done. Okay. That was semi-scary. And I will just put that back on. But that's essentially how it works. And once I get the other 2 sections together, It does kind of seem like I might have to do... oh, okay, well, later, man. I might actually have to put the AFK part on it, but we'll see. So let's make our way along to the next spot. And once we get the next 2 kill chambers done, I can try and throw a roof on it. And we should be good to go. Like, the farm is already working. So... eventually what I'll do is I'll reconstruct the item collection part of it, but the farm itself, this is kind of the final version of it. My guy, you can't swim up the current. Like, it's not going to happen. I think a few of them are spawning in on the other side there. This trident is working surprisingly well to get rid of these guys. There we are. So let me throw down the kelp and start filling all this in. Let's get some air quickly, hopefully. So, this is basically it, guys. Hopefully you're intrigued or entertained at the very least. I wish I had some more stuff to talk about, but all I really did was play Minecraft yesterday, so, and just do, like, chore stuff. You know, I hope you guys have been enjoying the streams. Sorry to say that they're not ending, but they'll be a lot less frequent from here on out. Because, you know, I have other priorities now. But I do want to say thank you for everyone who's been showing the support and catching up on all the streams. It's been really fun. I know I've kind of said it a million times, but it really does brighten my day a little bit to chat with you guys and see what you guys have going on in your lives. I know our friend Bacon Kink has started his new job, so unfortunately he's gonna miss out on this stream, but you know, it's just kind of life. There we go. And I'm pretty sure I got the last one there. Just double checking. Yep. Alright, so we got one more section that we need to fill up. I'm just going to refill my kelp quickly. Just so we can tidy this up a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more than that. Where does that put me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Oh, geez. Yeah, everyone and their mother is starting to spawn out of these now, so... Haha! You guys get to suffer now. Ha 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 ha. I mean, after all the time I spent running and trying to fight these guys and, you know, popping my totem the other day, it's nice to get a little revenge on them. Man, what a chore of a farm, yeah. It's a good farm, though. Yeah, I've only made this farm one other time, and it was in my permanent file. And the thing just absolutely rips. I actually haven't gone to it in a long time in my single player file. I actually kind of forgot it existed until I started building this. And I was like, oh yeah, I did build that, didn't I? I think in my file, though, I built it out of, like, cobblestone and stuff. I don't think I built it out of prismarine. So, this one's definitely cooler. If I recall correctly, I believe the ocean monument that I took down for my base is the one that I turned into the farm, so... Because I don't see why I would take down two different ocean monuments. That doesn't make sense. Oh. There we go. But let's bring it on home. We got one more section left. And then we just need to pop the roof on it. And then just make a tower up for the AFK spot. And away we go. With the AFK spot, this thing rips. I'll throw on my X-ray resource pack to kind of show you guys how fast it puts out guys. But needless to say, we are never going to need to collect prismarine ever again. That's a source block, so that's fine. Let me just kind of head up here, collect some air. But this thing will absolutely rip once I set up the AFK spot. But the thing is like, I don't need to set up the AFK spot. Like, ideally what happens is this thing runs while we're inside the house. So I don't need to worry about coming here all the time. I can just show up and there'll just be a bunch of prismarine. But I was also thinking about it too. And our other farm, like our XP farm, slash mob farm, that one might actually nullify the mob cap from the house just because there's so many mobs so close together. So it's kind of hard to say how well this one will work from the house because I think the mob cap will fill up from all of the mobs spawning in the other one because it's closer. But I actually don't know. So we're just going to kind of wing it and, you know, hope that things work out. And I'm just doing the last row. I know I'm drowning, but it's the last one. And then you don't have to hear me do this, hopefully, for a while. And... oh, come on. There. And one more. Come on. There we go. And we can go down here, break all the rest of the kelp, and the farm is operational. We'll just launch all the kelp into the air. And now, all I need to do is fill in the top. So let's grab some blocks. Just kind of toss this stuff in here for a sec. And what kind of prismarine do we have? Let's fill it in with these. And we'll use sea lanterns. I'm just gonna fill it in first, and then I'll run around and put the lanterns on. It's just to prevent other things from popping in, because technically above this, we're technically out of range of the monument, so regular mobs can spawn on this. So in order to prevent that, we're gonna have to light her up a little. And one more spot. I don't know what block you used in the tutorial for this, but this is just what I have, so whatever. It's still prismarine. Later, nerds. Okay. And then we'll fill this in. And let's do some of this action. Just to fancy it up a little bit. And we'll do the corners. That should be good. And the farm is basically complete. The only thing left is the AFK spot, which if I have enough glass on me still, should be pretty straightforward to make. I don't know what Y level he went to. I think he went like a stack and a half up. Here, I can even check and see what he did. I don't know why my mom is asking me that this early in the morning, but sure. Skip ahead, 99, 100. There we go. So is yeah, Y154. Okay. So yeah, that's like a stack and a bit. But I'm pretty sure it's lit up enough out here. It's hard to tell with the full bright if I have done enough lighting. But I think we're okay. So let me just double check our glass situation. We don't have a lot. So I'll run back to the house quickly. And I'm hoping that the roof kind of keeps things together. I don't think I put the roof on in my file. I just didn't bother with it. But let's grab a bunch of this. There, that should be enough. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a little platform up there and put a roof on it so that phantoms can't get in. And then we should be good to go. As we get closer here, we'll probably see a bunch of them spawning in. Here, I'll put hitboxes on, see if it busts through the top or something. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of them falling through. So what we can do is we can start towering up here. And basically what we're doing is kind of the same thing with the other spawner, wherever it went. We're getting it so we're sitting so high up so that the only mobs that can possibly spawn are the mobs below us. So it'll prevent all the fish, all the dolphins, all the, creepers, skeletons, all that. it'll hopefully prevent them all from spawning. So, just gonna keep going up. And the higher we go, you can kind of see the little sticks pointing out from their hitboxes. That's like the direction they're facing. And you can see the higher up we go, more and more of them appear. So he did his to Y154. I'm going to do mine a couple blocks lower at Y50 just because I don't know the level or the Y level I started on. So maybe I'll go a little bit lower than that. We'll go... Let's go to Y45, I guess. Well, 120, 28, 36, 44. So we'll go Y144. I'm just doing multiples of 8. So you can see, like, obviously there's still mobs on the wall there, but that's fine. We can go around and torch that up so that nothing else spawns. But we'll make our little spawn platform here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is just to try and prevent us from getting attacked while we're up here. There we go. I'll just shimmy myself through. And then I can break all this and fill in the floor. And we're done. Just need to take down this tower and it's completely done. Great, and my wife's off work early today, so that is perfect. Wow, we're 2.5 hours in. I did not think we were that far in. Yeah, whatever. What I'm gonna do now is hopefully make it down here, and then I don't know if I have any coal on me. I might, left over from the campfires. I'll make a bunch of torches and kind of throw them up so all these mobs don't spawn on the outside, which will also up the spawn rate for these guys. And we should be good to go. There, done. So, just from us building this, so, you know, without any other intervention of me AFKing or anything, let's see how many items we have. Yeah, we're already starting the second row on some of the chests. So this is definitely going to end up being kind of insane. It actually sounds like even though we're down here, we're still kind of spawning a few. But that's basically it, guys. We did it. We finally made a prismarine farm. So let me just clear up my inventory a little bit of all the extra stuff. Coral does. That's not even supposed to be out here. And I'm hoping I have my spyglass on me. I don't think I do. It's going to be a no on the spyglass, so here, I'll take all this stuff back with me. And we'll go get some torches and my spyglass, and then we can sit up at the top with the X-ray pack on, and I can show you guys how efficient this thing is. So, I'm hoping I can find my spyglass. I'm actually not entirely sure where I put it. I mean, here's some torches. There's a few more. wish I knew where I put it. Maybe in tool chest? Nope. Maybe it's like in expensive items or something. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we got my spyglass. And then I also need torch ingredients. There we go. And some of that. Do I have any other planks? There we go. That should be enough. And I'll just turn hitboxes off for a sec. Okay. So let's torch up this beach. And go from there. So yeah, I'll just do a quick lap. And we'll, by doing this, increase the spawn rate a little bit. And it'll honestly make it a little bit safer so that we don't get like random creepers falling on our heads while we're down there. There we go. I don't know why my phone seems to think I still have text messages, but sure. I don't know. All my tech is being weird this morning. Alright, let's fly up here, and we can even throw a few torches here, just to make it a little bit lighter. Oops. There. Oh. And I honestly wouldn't mind putting like a chest or a shulker here. Just with a few random blocks and stuff in it and some food. Okay. So, we are basically centered over top of it. I will turn on hitboxes and we can zoom in a little bit. There's a very real possibility that this is going to crash, so bear with me if it does. But let's see how she does. Back to game. And yeah, I think you guys can clearly see that the mob farm is working. And yeah, it's cooking. So each of those little boxes that appear with the hitbox symbol around it, like that, that is one guardian. And as you can see, we're getting about, I don't know, like 4 or 5 a second, something like that. So there we have it. We finally have a prismarine farm. Woo! Only took like almost 15 hours worth of work. Little victory Diet Pepsi. But yeah, as you can tell just from this thing produces a lot of items. That's why I was afraid of the double chest situation, because this is gonna fill up very, very quickly. And then while we're up here, we can just kind of chill. I'm gonna turn my my X-ray off before it crashes the stream. There we go. Get the Fulbright back on. But yeah, even though like we can't see it anymore, like that is still happening in there. And just give the game a quick second to get its frames back. Because, oh boy, is it chugging. And unfortunately, our skeleton horses are kind of messing with the spawn rate slightly by 4, but that's okay. But there you have it, guys. We have a working prismarine farm. So, again, this thing is pretty insane. This is definitely the best one I've built. But we can go check our chests. And as you can see, we're already stacked on a lot of stuff. Here, I will actually throw this in. So, for example, sea lanterns. We need prismarine shards and prismarine crystals. So crystals and shards. So take a bunch of these. Here, I'll just dump that in, whatever. Sea lanterns. Bam, 26. We can just kind of run through, grab all our crystals. Sea lanterns. Grab some more crystals. And there you have it. We have over a stack. These are, I think, a lot of people's favorite light sources in the game. But if you guys recall, we do have a way to get frog lights now, which I'm pretty excited about because those are actually kind of hard to get in survival. But there we have it. So we don't even really need to make torches anymore. We can just use these. Can make like entire glowing structures now out of these. We could even like replace the top of this and just get rid of all the glass and just replace it with sea lanterns because we're rich like that now. And I don't know if this really puts us ahead of Season 2 in terms of like how developed we are, but between the beacon and the mob spawner in that, and the fact that we've beaten the dragon twice now and the wither, I think it's safe to say that we're at least on par with Season 2 in terms of how far we've progressed. Obviously, you know, we don't have a village yet, but now we have the materials to make the village. Dun dun dun. So, we are in incredibly good shape. We have tons of prismarine. And we are safe forever, more or less. You know, unless we do some exploring. Obviously, I want to check out the Warden at some point and get our revenge. Try and find an end city. I have a sneaking suspicion, just because of how generation works, that under our stronghold might actually be an end city. Which is a little scary, but just because I know how structures like generate in Minecraft, like basically, and the fact that they overlapped like that is a very strong indication that it tried to spawn 2 different structures in the same spot and got confused. And so, you know, skulk biomes exist without end cities, but the fact that there's a stronghold there leads me to think that an end city might actually be down there. We would just have to kind of dig down and look for it. Which I don't really want to do. I don't know about you guys, but that's a little sketchy to me. But the good thing is now that we have a bunch of prismarine, we can spruce up the house like crazy. We can start doing colored glass because we definitely didn't use all that glass. There should be some left in the furnace. I'll just hop down here and check. But we also need to replace the totem we popped, so we might need to do a raid at some point. But, yeah, we got a couple stacks left. Honestly, I thought we would have had more, but that's fine. And, yeah, that's basically it. So we could actually just, like, go around and just start replacing all this stuff. Well, sorry, Jeeves. Making a mess. Here, we'll hide our lodestone again. Nobody needs to know that's there. Is this how we did it before? Something like that. Get out of the way, Jeeves. Oh, he's like actually kind of hard to push. And then the cool thing about that as well, we might actually be able to use the sea lanterns in the nether to work on the glow floor, because I don't know the light level of sea lanterns, but they might be on par or better than glowstone. Which, if that's the case, now we don't need to buy glowstone. So, that'd be really cool. We still need to work on doubling this up, although at this point, we haven't really touched it in a while. There could actually be a bit of a backlog of pumpkins and stuff. It's been a, 15-ish hours since I've touched it. Oh, yeah. We've filled up the double chest of melons, so that's interesting. But even just pumpkins, like, we can't sell this. We don't have enough. Sea lanterns are the same light level as torches. Sea lantern is light level 15. But are they the same light level as glowstone? Is kind of my question. Because I think glowstone is brighter than torches. But I don't know that for sure. Yeah, we're fine. 15 is the highest light level. Oh. Alright then. So, I think that kind of solves our problem of getting glowstone. We just need to AFK there for a little bit, and then we can just make a buttload of sea lanterns. And we can kind of go from there. Just want to do a quick check on something. Light level Minecraft. Beacons, anvil, block. So glowstone and torches. Yeah, they have the same light level. Perfect. That is great. Copper torch. Where do you see that? I don't see that anywhere. Not that I trust Google AI right now, but do sea lanterns and glowstone emit same light level? Yeah, sea lanterns and glowstone emit the same maximum light level of 15. They are both considered among the brightest light sources in the game. That is wonderful news. So we can actually use that to finish up the nether build, which was a happy side effect of doing this. Man doesn't believe us. I just want to make sure, guys, because sometimes Google AI is a little weird. Sometimes different websites say different things. There's been so many different versions of Minecraft, so I'm just double checking before I commit to doing this. That's all. It has nothing to do with me believing you. It has to do with me not believing the internet. Have we ever led you astray? Technically, no. I mean, this dude's working hard on his rap album right now. People are constantly wrong about Minecraft. Yeah, exactly. So unfortunately, I don't have my full boots. I don't really know what happened to them. But we should be able to put in quite a bit of this. Feels like I barely made a dent. There we go. But, yeah, no, if we just AFK long enough, that should be enough to, you know, this was like us barely trying to collect it, so. And it's free, so we don't have to sit there and buy them from our villagers. I guess if we do both, it would go a little bit faster, but we're definitely going to have to make another trek out to get more sand for all the glass for this. But at least we have a path forward now to where we can definitely get enough light sources to finish this, and it won't be like that big of a pain in the ass. Here, I can actually go to the floor. Just so I have a pair of gold boots on me. There. Yeah, with the way that farm is working right now, I have a feeling I'll be totally fine. I think if we AFK'd there for like even 10 minutes, it would probably be able to fill in like a quarter of that. But the good thing is I can start replacing all my torches around the house with sea lanterns. And we also have a trial chamber very close by, so I can get hopper blocks. So we can use it to start edging out all of the glass and stuff to give it a little more definition. And we have this to where we can get a bunch of sea lanterns. There. Just keeps it a little bit safer from our flying friends. But yeah, no, that's basically it, right? Like we just kind of need to sit here now and wait. As much as AFKing is super good for your you know, YouTube stream retention. But by doing this, we're basically going to be making like a glowstone a second. At least that's the idea. Okay. You know, obviously I don't want to sit here and do this, so we'll watch the sunrise. Here. There we go. I love how the sea lanterns have like a little animation to them as well. But there you have it, guys. Our 3-stream endeavor is finally done. Eventually what I would like to do is try and get so that all of the items that come out of this spawner end up in my house somehow. But I have a feeling just because of how far away it is with the chunks and stuff, I'd have to either pass it through the nether somehow or make some kind of chunk loader here so that it keeps going. That's actually a good idea. I could make chunk loaders here. Because if I did that with pearls, I think it would actually just constantly produce them, right? If the chunks stay loaded, things can spawn. Oh no, but there's the distance between the player and whatever, so maybe that won't work. I don't know. If I could make a chunk loader and make it so that mobs constantly spawn here, that would be great. Because it also kind of acts like as a weird mob switch, right? I don't know. Hard to say. But I think I'm going to end it there, guys. I know it's a bit of a shorter stream for the last one here, but I got kind of a lot of stuff to do today. Now my wife is going to be home a little bit earlier, so yeah, no, I appreciate all the new follows. Sisyphus Else followed 2 hours ago, so thanks for that. But yeah, I just want to say, you know, I kind of said it earlier, but I do really appreciate everyone checking out my streams and my live stuff, and honestly just being supportive of me finding work and laughing in the chat and making jokes. The Discord's actually been growing quite fast lately, so for anyone who's over on the Discord now, you know, I'll try and be active there as much as I can. And I am going to try and work on some long form stuff so you guys at least get some content out of this channel still, as well as shorts. And I'm going to try and stream. I'm thinking maybe Wednesdays I'll stream during the week, and then I'll do like Saturday, Sunday streams or something, or at least Saturday. And then we can kind of reassess and adjust the schedule from there. So unfortunately I didn't hit my 5,000 subscriber goal that I wanted to before going back to work, but we got very, very close, and I'm very proud of how many subs we've gotten over the past few months. Like, we've gotten at least 150, so you know, it just shows that putting in the work kind of paid off a little bit. And yeah, I'm thankful, guys. I really am. You know, I'm trying not to be all sappy about it because it's, you know, I'm a 34-year-old playing Minecraft, but it's been really cool, and I'm definitely gonna miss doing the daily streams. And who knows, if the job doesn't work out, maybe I'll be back. But for now, I think we're going to call it. And I'll try my best to get a solid schedule out to you guys in either a community post or the Discord. So make sure you follow along with that to see kind of the updates. And yeah, I think we're going to call it there. So, you know, episode 29, one last time before the new schedule starts. Goodbye and good night, gamers. And I will see you guys in the next one, whenever that is. So, take care, guys.